Today we will start with another method of depreciation, that is declining balance depreciation method. Here the name itself says that declining balance. Here what I said, depreciation means the reduction in the value of an asset, right? Means if you are purchasing an equipment of worth 1 lakh rupees, what happens to this? As the time passes, the value got reduces, right? See, whatever the amount get reduces, that is nothing but your depreciation. This depreciation has some balance, that is nothing but by some percentage of rate of percentage means consider you are purchasing an equipment of worth 1 lakh rupees, the value get reduces by 30% after first year. What happens? The total value of an asset becomes get reduced by 35%, right? Which means we will lose 35,000 after first year. That is nothing but the accumulated depreciation amount. First, to calculate any depreciation value, first you have to calculate net book value. That is nothing but NBV, net book value of an asset after an year passes. Okay, before calculating depreciation by the declining balance method, first you have to calculate net book value. Net book value is equal to cost minus accumulated depreciation. Accumulated depreciation is nothing but after 1 year, whatever the depreciation rate is there, that amount will be deducted from the cost, accumulated depreciation cost. Okay, and what happens? Your original value was 1 lakh rupees. After 1 year, accumulated depreciation is 35,000. So for the second year, the net book value is 65,000. This is the net book value after 1 year. For this net book value, you have to calculate. Net book value is now is 65,000. For this net book value, you have to calculate depreciation expense. That is nothing but net book value into depreciation rate, means 35% is the rate for this 65,000. Now you have to calculate 35% depreciation rate. Now you will get depreciation expense for the second year. Okay, whatever the amount you will get, that is for second year depreciation. Okay, now today we will solve one problem using this method, so that you will get to know that what is depreciation expense by using this method. Okay, see here, declining balance method is the depreciation method that reduces the net book value of the fixed asset by fixed percentage rate. What I said, 35% rate is fixed percentage rate. Okay, and this will be keep reducing as the time passes. Okay, see here, see here, the initially amount was this much, right? For the first case, it is this much. As the percentage rate, depreciation rate was 35%. Suppose consider the amount get reduced by this much, right? This is nothing but depreciation expense for the first year. That is nothing but accumulated depreciation for this first year. Okay, now before calculating this, first you have to, what you have to do, you have to calculate net book value, right? First you have to calculate net book value. Net book value is equal to cost minus accumulated depreciation. Cost minus accumulated depreciation. After this, you have to calculate depreciation expense, that is whatever the net book value you got into that depreciation rate, you have to add here. Okay, see here, we have an example. A company ABC brought a machine for worth of $25,000 production in the company. The machine expected to last for 8 years with a residual value of $800. Okay, the management of the company estimates the machine should be depreciated at the rate of 35% annually. What is the depreciation expense of each year? See here, what they asked, each year you have to calculate, means for the first year how much it is, for the second year, third year, up to 8 years you have to calculate. By which method? It is declining balance depreciation method, right? See, for this we have to calculate now depreciation expense. So what was the amount? Cost was $25,000, right? And depreciation rate was 35%, right? Now we have to calculate what is the depreciation rate for each year, right? They were asked for each year. So first make a table for 8 years, right? First write down here year. Next, for how many years it is? It is for 8 years, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. For 8 years it is, right? Now, what was the initial amount? Initial cost. Cost was $25,000, right? So, next, first what you have to do? First you have to calculate net book value, right? First we have to calculate net book value. What is the meaning of net book value? Net book value is equal to cost minus accumulated depreciation, right? Accumulated depreciation means after 1 year how much the amount get reduced. Since it is the first year, cost is $25,000, accumulated depreciation is 0, so net book value becomes 25,000 here, right? So next, after this, what was our depreciation rate? Depreciation rate is how much? It is 35%, right? Next, now what is depreciation expense? Depreciation expense is how much? Now, how we will calculate this depreciation expense? Depreciation expense is equal to net book value into depreciation rate. Net book value is how much now? 25,000, right? 25,000 into depreciation rate is how much? Here it is depreciation rate 35%, which means 35 divided by 100. After calculating this, we will get how much? By sorry, how much we will get? 8750, which means this is the depreciation rate after 1 year, which means 8750 is the depreciation amount for the first year. Okay, now whatever the amount depreciation expense you got for the first year, that is nothing but your accumulated depreciation expense. This is nothing but your accumulated depreciation expense. How much it is? 8750. Now for the second year, cost was same, right? How much it is? The initial cost is, it is 25,000. This remains same for the all years, right? Cost is 25,000. Write on 25,000 for every year. It is 25,000, right? What happens to the net book value now? The net book value becomes cost minus accumulated depreciation, right? Cost was 25,000. Now accumulated depreciation get reduces, right? Right? Increases here. How much it is? It was 25,000 minus. This is our accumulated depreciation for the first year, right? How much it is? It is 8750. Now what is your net book value? Net book value becomes now how much? 16,250 means 16,250 rupees. This is our net book value. Net book value now it is 16,250 rupees. The depreciation rate is constant throughout the years. 35%. This also 35%. 35%. 35%. 35%. 35% and 35%, right? So what happens now? Depreciation expense means what? Net book value into depreciation rate. Now net book value, how much now? It changed here, right? This one is changed now. Net book value is now, it is 16,250, right? Net book value is now, it is 16,250 into depreciation rate is 35%, means 35 by 100. Now it is how much? 5688 rupees, right? This is our second year depreciation expense, 5688. Now what happens to the accumulated depreciation cost expense here? It was earlier, it was 8750. For the second year it is 5688. Now accumulated depreciation is how much? Now it is 14438. Next you have to calculate net book value for third year, right? For the net book value for the third year, how much it is? It is again 25,000 minus how much? This accumulated depreciation is now 14,448. 14,438. How much you will get here? 10,563. This is your next net book value, 10,563. Depreciation rate is 35%. The net book value now it reduces here, changes here. How much it is now? Written here 10,563. So that you will get how much? Here you will get 3697. Write down here 3697. What happens here now? 3697 you have to add here. How much it becomes? Now accumulated depreciation becomes 18134, means 18,134 rupees. Like that for the fourth year, again you have to calculate net book value. Now instead of this 14,448, now it becomes 18,134. What happens to this? Here it reduces to how much? It is 6866. Whenever it's 6866, now it becomes depreciation expense becomes, instead of this written here, 6866, you will get how much? You will get 2403. So write down 2403. This becomes now accumulated depreciation becomes 20,537. Like that for the second year, sorry, for the fifth year, this becomes 4463, and this becomes 1562. This accumulated depreciation becomes 22,099 rupees. Next, for the sixth year, it is 2,901. Next, seventh year, 1885. Eighth year, it is 1226. Like that. Here, it becomes 1015. This becomes 660. And here this becomes 440. This becomes 440. Now here for this year it is 23,115. Next 23,774. 24,203. Right. So at the end of 8th year, what is our depreciation after 8 year? What will be our net book value after 8 years? See, after 8 year, what happens to our net book value? Last depreciation cost was how much here? Cost was 25,000. Last accumulated depreciation is 24,203. So after 8 years, net book value is 797 rupees. This is how we have to calculate depreciation accumulated, sorry, declining balance depreciation. Okay.